Ripple Labs and the SEC have officially agreed to delay the appeal of the Ripple SEC lawsuit for XRP. This comes as JPMorgan Chase says that XRP can be used for payments in banks and confirms that the price of XRP will be between $7,500.00 and $10,000.00 in the next 3 to 4 months. At the same time, XRP's market value is set to rise above $5 trillion.00 overnight, and Ripple and Swift have officially joined forces. Amazon has also predicted payments after Ripple's partnership, and there's a lot more. For example, American Express announced a global partnership with Ripple Labs to integrate XRP and the CTF rewards token, which would make the whole XRP ecosystem available for transaction. We have a lot to talk about in this video about XRP. For example, there is a huge price increase coming up that could push the price of XRP to over $7,500.00 to $10,000.00 per XRP in the next 3 to 4 months. Right now, the price of XRP is $2.07. Before we start today's video, we'd like to let you know about a giveaway for 100,000 XRP that anyone watching this video can enter. Besides that, everyone who watches this movie will get up to $100.00 free to use to buy more XRP from our partner Uphold. Since Uphold holds the most XRP and is the second largest market, you can trust them the most. They agreed to give anyone who signs up through my link in the description and makes a transaction up to $100.00 to buy more XRP. It doesn't matter how much you spend, 1 penny, $1, $10, as long as you sign up through my link in the description and make a transaction. This is a great chance to make free money. It only takes 5 minutes, and you could turn $100.00 into over $1 million by signing up for an account and making a purchase of any amount. So, with that out of the way, let's get to today's movie. The US crypto reserve has been made public and XRP is the most important cryptocurrency in it. It was also revealed by the US Federal Reserve that they would have a crypto reserve worth over $68 billion.00, with XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and Cardano making up most of that amount. Without a doubt, XRP is the leader. But we need to talk about more than that. Today's main topic of conversation is about big banks like BlackRock and JPMorgan, which have confirmed that they have been buying XRP at these incredibly low prices for a long time, and that they knew and expected the Ripple EC lawsuit to end and XRP to skyrocket. But we didn't know that they were saving up millions or even tens of millions of XRP. In fact, JPMorgan alone holds more than 7.5% of all the XRP they own, and they just recently announced that they will accept XRP as a form of payment in their banking system. This comes after JPMorgan revealed a few months ago that they are now taking XRP as payment. This is the exact post. JPMorgan will accept XRP for retail payments as 4 XRP ETFs come in. In other words, JPMorgan Chase has legally accepted XRP as payment for retail transactions, such as mortgage and credit card payments. This strategic move shows that cryptocurrency is becoming more accepted in traditional banking, and it shows how blockchain technology is changing the payment sector. But guys, this isn't the first time. Take a look at this. They just recently said that they're putting it into their whole banking system. Someone who used to work at JPMorgan also said that the move will cost between $7,400.00 and $10,000.00 per XRP in 3 months. Guys, this real schedule makes a lot of sense. Take a moment to think about it. A few weeks ago, the co-founder of Labs stated that XRP was made to be worth $10,000.00 and must be able to support the world's 7.5 billion people. And we just found out today that the people involved in the case between XTC and Ripple Labs have agreed to delay the appeal. It is required to give a progress report within 60 days. Finally, to sum up, the Ripple SC case is over, and the judge made it clear to Ripple Labs that institutions, banks, financial institutions, and other global providers are not allowed to get or store XRP. It's clear that they can start assisting, and that has basically unlocked trillions of dollars from these huge banks and other companies. This is where the XRP merc shortage to drive $5 trillion.00 really matters though. On top of everything else, we got Swift also said that they were working together with Ripple Labs. Again, this is a huge statement that will make it possible to handle hundreds of billions of dollars every day using the XRP ledger, XRP, and the Ripple net system. Again, though, we can see it happening right now as more and more agreements pop up. After Ripple's agreement, Amazon just turned down refer payments. They also accepted the XRP Ledger payment system, which is the crypto trading fund funded by the CTF token. I'll write this up soon for you guys. Again, this is an important part of the XRP Ledger ecosystem that we'll talk about soon. It shows that these big institutions are combining not only XRP, but also the whole XRP Ledger ecosystem. American Express and Tripal Labs have announced a global PIM relationship that will use both XRP and the CTF token for transactions, not only adding XRP, but also working with Ripple to add the whole XRP Ledger environment, which includes XRP payments and the CTF token for payment rewards. Also, you can see it right here. Thanks, the payment was sent on Ripple to a person in Europe, and that person has now got it. And this is how American Express works as a cash provider in the UK. I'd also like to talk about another big service. Not only did we talk about JPMorgan Chase, but also Swift, Amazon, American Express, and many more, even Wells Fargo. While BlackRock is a big bank, it's not even close to being the biggest. That being said, BlackRock has said in public, I'll show you the clip of Ridley, who is the CEO, that they are working on an XRP ETF. But the CEO was not saying anything. The reason for this could be that BlackRock is quietly hoarding XRP. And it makes sense, especially since we just got the huge approval to let institutions start buying and storing XRP and processing transactions using it. But what they're not talking about is the XRP Ledger DeFi system in the DeFi market, which led to huge growth with the top DeFi token and the XRP Ledger Payments Prize token. The most valuable thing in the XRP Ledger DeFi space could sell for anywhere from 97 cents to $748.00. 50 per seed dip coin. The CTF token has a total number of only 119 million tokens. Because it works with big companies like Amazon and Walmart, there will soon be severe supply problems. Guys, this is good news. If you haven't been following the XRP Ledger, it's being run by the crypto trading fund, which has the CTF coin. The price of the CTF token is expected to reach hundreds of thousands of dollars in the next few weeks and months. The chart is showing that prices are leveling off above the juicy blue line. We paid close attention to this one because it's one of the few that has actually recovered strongly and is in the green, even though the rest of the market, including XRP, is in the red. It's up 6.66% at 56 cents. Course, this is very, very strong, and it's being led by a huge organization that has the support of big companies like Amazon and Walmart. Again, let's go to their website. The top DeFi token is on the XRP Ledger and the Polygon chain. It's the first blockchain-based payment system ever, and it's run by their partners and users who have signed up. Their Walmart is